bit awkward, a bit of an impromptu. Actually, what am I doing? Whee! Ah! So we've started a new character. I just beeline straight to Margit. I just picked up one golden seed along the way. And this is our warrior. This is our champion. Deek Boot. And yeah, we're gonna try Margit with nothing, no upgrades, no anything. Default shit. If I do too much damage, I will switch. So basically the idea with this is that I played this game a couple times, and I have no... Okay, there's two things, and both of these things are things that I mentioned in my long-ass Elden Ring review, but this is kind of... I'm kind of trying to get at the heart of why I don't vibe with some of these boss designs and enemy designs and such. Alright, so basically, I'm going to try to... Well, okay, as I always do, I'm trying to no-hit. Alright. Oh, shit. Now, first things first, and this is obviously not necessarily comparable because I've already played this game several times and I've beaten this boss like a million fucking times. So I am more familiar with his animations and his moveset than I would be coming into it raw, but even so, I do not like this guy's animations. Most people make fun of his animations on Twitter, but not in... But they're just like, oh, haha, look at his stupid fucking animations. Like, haha, look at how much he pauses and then just suddenly attacks in an awkward speed. And I am less haha about that. I'm like, that's really shitty and unfun to play against. But you just have bad animations that don't communicate the actual timings of moves. It doesn't feel... It feels like very cheap. It feels like... You know there's a million fucking enemies in this game around corners? Like just a million instances of, oh, you walk through here and there's a guy around a corner and he shoves you or he tries to stab you or something. Especially in the dungeons of the little fucking imps that, like, jump attack you from the ceilings or when you go through this doorway or that. It feels like that instance where it's not really anything... I don't know. I mean, I'm of two minds with it. You know, I get awkward animations that are intentionally designed to confuse you and trick you, you know, quote unquote, as to the timing of a move. But even so, I'm not thrilled about it. I don't like... Oh. I can't believe that hit me. So we're going to try to find opportunities to hit him without getting hit ourselves. And this is the other instance. Okay, I was able to get a hit on that. It started with his upward slash. So, part of the thing, and I talked about this more so in my Dark Souls 3 review than my Elden Ring review, because my complaints, my criticisms of the gameplay are very similar between those two games. Is that, man, I really do way too much damage with this move, with this weapon. Well, I don't know, I mean, it's probably fine. Hey, look at that! See that? That is bullshit. That is unfair. So he did a move string. He did one slash, and then he did his like knife attack that I dodged, and then he transferred that into the back jump while he throws the knife, and I, you know, responded as much as I possibly could. I dodged in his direction, and I sprinted straight at him while he was back jumping, dodged the knife, and then I tried to hit him, and I wasn't allowed to. I was not allowed to damage him in that interaction, because when I swung at him, the only way I physically possibly could have, which is chasing him down in the most optimal way physically possible, I still didn't recover in time, and he hit me with his knife immediately afterwards before my attack recovered. So that means that move that he did is just not punishable, period. It just means that it's not fair. Like, he can just abuse that move, his fucking stupid back jump knife toss move, and if that's the only move he ever did, I would never be safe. I would never be allowed to hit him. I would never have a safe opportunity to hit him if that's the only move he ever did by RNG. So just the fact that he has moves that are not punishable, truly, is enough for me to be like, this sucks. Now, it's true. I can just fuck around, run around this environment, and wait for him to do, the half of his moveset that is punishable. I can just constantly spin around. Wait, see this move? This move is fucking stupid. Like, who gives a shit? The easiest move in the world to punish. It's the most telegraphed thing ever. It has a relatively small hitbox, not that many active frames. You just dodge it, and you get multiple hits to punish it. That's like a normal move for a boss fight. A normal, easy move to just wait for, dodge, and then punish. And it moves. So if he does that move, the game is fucking easy as shit, and you have tons of opportunities to just lay waste to him. This move also. He just does this shit, and then it's like fucking nothing. Like, who gives a shit? So yeah, that's the state of mind that I come into this with. It isn't like if I wanted to just waste all the time in my life, I could just draw out those super easy as fuck to deal with moves over and over, dodge them, and then get the multiple hits I get to easily punish them. But that bothers me, and that's also lame as fuck. See, if he does that move, nothing I can do. Literally nothing. Maybe, okay, well, let's try it. Let's experiment then. Because I can't punish his jump back. I just flat out cannot cover distance that quickly to punish him before he recovers and then can immediately attack again. Rarely does he do that move. Oh, I forgot he could follow that up. That's really awkward. Super awkward string where he goes into and out of and then into knife again. I also hate waiting for the boss to do something. Like, I hate when I'm just standing in front of his face. And Margit is not that bad about it. Not as much as Melania. I really hate sitting in front of Melania and waiting for her to attack. But, Margit will attack pretty reliably if you're just standing in front of him, but even so, I don't like waiting for the boss to act. Like, if I'm just going to have to wait for the boss to do something anyways, I would rather be allowed to just attack him outright when he's in a neutral stance, but you can't because his attacks are too fast. Like, if he's sitting in an idle animation doing absolutely nothing, and I walk up and attack him, but he triggers an attack the instant that I start my attack, I will get hit, so that's not an option. Right. That time, I dodged his swipe to the left, I dodged his upward swipe, and then I tried jump attacking. I tried to jump over the knife. I was like, oh, I can't punish his jump back knife, but maybe I can get a hit in, by going over the knife. Didn't work that time. Let's see if we can try it again. See, I hate waiting. I fucking hate that. Oh shit, mistimed it. I also have, like, genuinely no idea how you're supposed to avoid those. Like, the way I deal with those is I just let myself get hit by the magic sword attacks because they do less damage. Because if you try, it doesn't. Okay, sometimes in very rare instances, I have managed to dodge all of the sword slashes, and only for that string. I don't think I've ever dodged the other string like all the way because they just hit too quickly. Like you dodge the first attack and the second attack hits your roll recovery because they're too close together. If you have a shield, it's not that bad if you specifically like choose which ones to block. I hate. Wait, do something. Fucking do something. Very rare move. Not when I'm very familiar with the timing. That was my fault. I also don't like this. This was a mechanic in Dark Souls 3, and it's still a mechanic in this game, and I do not like it because it encourages sloppy play. It encourages just like trading blows. Because if you just, even if you get hit a bunch, if you attack the boss, you know, within a certain amount of time, even if you're also getting damaged in the process, you still get more reward in the end by triggering the staggers. I'm not a fan of that. See, and I can't hit him. I didn't have an opportunity to hit him because I can't punish that move. Do something, you fucking asshole. You can dodge that, but it's just a precise timing. The two-hit knife thing, even if you're still within the hitbox of it. See, that time I traded, but I still got hit by the knife, which is not what I want. I want to avoid it, but also punish him for doing his fucking move. That was just awkward. Okay, that's a thing that happens more rarely with this fight, but it was a thing that I brought up a lot in my Dark Souls 3 video, where I said that a lot of times enemies and bosses especially will have these attack strings where you have to wait for them to be done in order to punish the boss, but sometimes they don't do them all. See, that time I chose to let myself get hit. Yeah. I didn't have enough damage. I didn't have enough health there. Like, I chose to let myself get hit so that I could dodge the last hit, which does the most damage. So this is why I'm playing this with a default load set with a completely unupgraded weapon. Because if you have like a decent damage output, it doesn't matter. Like, these instances don't matter. Even if you get clipped by the knife here and there, like, who gives a fuck? But if your damage output is actually like small and you have to survive for a decent length of time, it does matter. See, that is so fucking annoying. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to hit him in that sequence, which it doesn't seem like you can do it. Maybe I'll try dodging away from him and then, like, swing at... I don't fucking know, man. I'll try some other shit. Fine. There. No. Oh my god, somehow he missed. Okay, I got punished for rolling there. Nah, you can only get 2 hits with this halberd. Not one. Alright. Oh, accident. Okay, so when he does the upward slash like that, I'll try dodging away from him and see what happens. No, that's fucking annoying. For some reason I thought it might trigger a stagger. See that? I don't know if it's possible to avoid that. The hitbox is massive, the auto tracking is insane, and the hits are just too close together for you to dodge them. I'll get it. I'll try going to the... Oh, I don't know. Okay, I waited for him to do something that time, and he did nothing. I intentionally took the hits because it's fucking... It's like, if you trade the occasional blow, it's not too bad. See that? That fucking move, I don't get. I do not understand. Its hitbox is like the entire universe around his person. And you can't dodge it because it hits too frequently, and I don't understand the design philosophy behind it. Nope. Okay, in some rare instances, you can get an angle of your dodge. This is another thing that I brought up briefly, but I probably didn't provide great examples of in my Elden Ring review. In fact, there's a better boss to demonstrate this that we can go to right now. And it's that this is like a problem with the lock-on, plus the tendency of the game to feature really huge, tall enemies, plus, what am I gonna say? Plus, like, the ridiculous movement of the enemies. See, that's the thing. Pre-Dark Souls 3, enemies did not move that much while they attacked you. But in this, in Dark Souls 3 in this, every single enemy attack will, like, have them moving, have them lunging forwards, have them, like, going up and backwards and in the air and, like, sliding around. Oh, come on. Oh, did not see the animation very clearly. Okay, this is the other thing I hate, is that, like, with these... So this is exactly... It's not exactly, but it's kind of related to what I was talking about. With these, like, huge enemies that are super tall, and to hit them with melee attacks, you have to be, like, up inside their asshole, which means that you're constantly... It's visually like, look at this shit camera angle. Like, how am I supposed to clearly see the animations when I'm up his fucking ass every second? See, that is the perfect example. So I have trained to fight this boss by canceling my lock-on when he does that. because if I don't cancel my lock on, your dodge will go the opposite direction of what you inputted. What a hitbox. I'm sorry, I was over here? So his big leap into the air, then come down at the shield. Not only is it like an incredibly unclear, because it actually hits sooner than it visually appears. Like he hits with his physical body while he's still up in the air before he even brings his weapon down. The hitbox and the active frames is all sorts of fucked up on that move, and like not the opposite of what it's visually showing you, but another instance of bad animations. But oh, mistake. Oh. Yeah, my mistake. No, that was my fault. Oh, I didn't get hit. See, sometimes, and this is another thing with Dark Souls 3, sometimes you just don't get hit when you should. So it's like another way that it weirdly rewards you for being way too aggressive. See, that's a move. I have to cancel my lock-on to dodge that, because the way that it moves and the way that it tracks your body, if I... See that? Okay, let's try to... Oh, that was not the move. I was being a fucking idiot. See there. Okay, that time it worked out, but... It's just... Sometimes with these moves, it's... See there. He went... So that's all I needed to show. I'm pretty much done with this fight. So what happened was, he leaped into the air, and I was getting ready to dodge, and my dodge timing is not based on his movement, it's based on when the attack's coming, right? Obviously. Like, when I want to wait to dodge at the last second so that my invincibility frames avoid his attack. That's just how dodging works. That's the most basic fucking factor. But because I waited... He actually, in leaping and with the lock-on, he went over my head before I inputted the attack, or the dodge. Which means that when I dodged while holding forwards, because I wanted to dodge underneath him because he's going towards me, so I want to dodge past him in the opposite direction of the move, yada yada, basic dodging shit. But because he went over my head the instant before I inputted the dodge, it switched around my dodge motion and made me dodge towards him rather than away from him. So that's like one of those instances of like the fucking dog shit lock-on camera plus the combination of like constantly fighting enemies that are way taller than you and also leap into the air a lot and stuff, and so you're too close to them so the camera gets all fucked up, and they're constantly moving during their attacks, so sometimes they will move in such a way that it moves like right before your dodge input happens, so it completely changes the direction of where you dodge. That's the kind of shit that, I don't even remember why I was talking about this, but it's just another thing that I wanted to demonstrate. I don't remember what that has to do with Margit. Why was I talking about that? I just got up. I'm really fucking tired. Okay, back to Margit. That's all I wanted to show. See that's an instance of like... Now that's an easy move to avoid, unlike the stupid fucking shield bash thing. Okay, not like that. And even then, like, if I tried jumping because I was going to predict the knife to come out, and then I jumped, but then he was able to recover and dodge away from me in time. So that's one of those instances where it's like, I don't like that I have to literally just guess what the boss is going to do in order to try to damage him for doing an attack. I do not like reading an AI. And again, you don't have to. Like, if I wanted to, I could just draw this out, bait this fucking stupid move over and over again, and just, like, have the easiest time in the world. No, that was my fault. That's fine. So yeah, the tendency for his knife moves to come out really, like, hampers the safe punishes you get a lot in this boss fight. I dodged, that's a lie. Yeah. If I dodged that one, I would have been hit by the follow-up, no matter what I did, because it reaches so fucking far. Even if I dodged to the left or right or away from it, I would have been hit. So, my only option was to take the hit, but I didn't have enough health. That's why I brought that up. Because that knife move that he does, where he, like, his body slightly lunges forward and he does the 2 hits with the knife, that is an instance where the way I am intending to dodge is not where my body is physically going, because he moves, his body, and thus the lock-on point, drastically and, like, suddenly moves at the exact instant or around the exact instant where I'm hitting the dodge button based on his attack, which means that it results in a very unpredictable dodge. I have no idea where my dodge direction is going to go because the dodge happens so close to his sudden burst of movement. So sometimes the lock-on will change and my dodge input will make me go closer to him than I want, and I'll get caught by the second hit of the knife because I'm just too physically close to his body. I didn't dodge in the way that I wanted to. That's why I brought that fucking thing up about the shitty lock-on camera. There. That's the ideal positioning. Oh, fuck you. Do something, you fucking asshole. Okay, I just got lucky there, but technically I should have been hit. Oh, I can't believe he didn't do this thing that he's about to do. Okay, I was trying to run away from his knife that time, but he didn't do the knife. So again, you literally have to guess what the boss is going to do in order to damage him on some of these moves. I also hate that he won't commit to that if you make it whiff like that. Oh, I forgot that you can also follow that up. That's so fucking nutty. So again, I'm just getting hit by moves, and it's like, I don't really get how the game thinks I'm supposed to avoid them. Okay, let's try running to his left. No, I still got caught. Fuck you. So that time we won, but we only won because of our damage output. Literally the only reason. We still didn't actually find a way to no-hit the fucking boss. Other than just, like, never approaching him and just waiting for him to do the high committal moves over and over. So let's try it again. Let's, start a new character, I guess. Alrighty, here I am with a much weaker starting class. But with the faster knife, I might be able to find opportunities to damage him safely that I wasn't able to. Why did they fucking... This is another thing I don't like about Elden Ring, is that... Like, some weapon types are so fucking bad. Like, look at that. You see how one of my hits didn't hit there? Because the hitbox is so bad. Oh, one too many. I probably didn't need to dodge that one. Alright, I mean, well, the frequency of hits and the bleed being as strong as it is does increase my damage output pretty comparably, so this might not be a good example either. I dodged that, that's okay, that's lie. That is falsehood. The hit stun of that should not be a true combo. So it just probably ignored my dodge input. Again, the input, I talked about this in my Elden Ring review, but the input delay is really fucking bad in this. There's a lot of issues with the controls. Oh, come on. I was underneath him. Fuck you. Oh, shit. Okay, that's another thing consistent with Dark Souls 3, is that a lot of the times moves will just hit further than they visually appear. Like, okay, so this is the length of my arm, right? This is my arm. It's about, I don't know, like 3 feet in length. So clearly I can reach, you know, if I like lean forward and stuff, I can reach maybe 5 feet in front of me. But suddenly my arm will do like a fucking Luffy thing. It'll stretch like Mr. Fantastic, and I will reach 10 feet in front of me. My damage output is a bit higher than I was wanting, See there, I can actually get a small microscopic punish to him there. And I can actually walk up and hit him. Oh, come on. I also hate the massive movements that the enemies take, constantly drive them into walls and corners and stuff. It's pretty obnoxious. Yeah. Now to the undodgeable ones. Ah, fuck you. Shut up. I mean, I like knives. Knives were my favorite weapon type to use in Dark Souls 3. Precisely for this reason, because it let you play the video game. You could actually, like, hit the enemies. You didn't have to constantly be waiting for them to do shit all the time. But in this game, their hitboxes are just so bad, you can't use them for everything. Oh, one too many. Yeah. Now on to the unfair shit. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why would they make it like that? Ah, my mistake. And he just What? Okay. So this also bothers me and confuses me because I hit him like a million times and it didn't proc bleed. I hit him like 3 times as many as it usually takes to proc a bleed and it didn't trigger. And I don't know why. So I kept hitting him under the assumption that it would bleed and then I would just instantly pop and win. And it just didn't happen over and over and over to the point where it became ludicrous. Like, does he just become immune to bleed in his second phase? What's happening there? I don't like fighting when they're constantly against the walls. / the chasms. I don't like butting against the wall there. I won't have many opportunities to do much. Oh, come on. I couldn't even fucking punish him for that. I finally avoided this stupid thing in such a way that he wasn't gonna follow it up. I didn't want to dodge in that direction because... Ah, fuck you. I haven't been able to land a solid fucking sequence in like a minute. Yeah, should have taken the second hit instead of the third. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Again, no, I only won because my damage output was higher than I kind of expected. I guess maybe knives are still decent for some bosses. See, I tried to do a knife run because, again, knives are what made me actually enjoy Dark Souls 3 because I didn't enjoy them with any other weapon type. But, just playing around like just most of Limgrave with a knife was miserable as fuck because the hitboxes are so fucking bad and you cannot use it on horseback and it's just the worst ever. So I kind of gave up on it before I even got to Margit. Let's try it again, but with an even shittier build. You know, that did remind me of how much fun playing with the knife was, and now I'm not super looking forward to doing this again without the knife. I mean, at least this is another, like, fast weapon, I guess, but still. Still can't truly punish that, which is obnoxious. I hate these moves. Yep, just constantly backdashing away, do a move, then backdash away. I can't punish them. Like, these are the moves that I cannot punish. I can't damage the boss. See, there, I just got lucky that he didn't whip out the knife. He didn't do a faster move. See there? Just backdash, can't punish him. You literally just have to get lucky. And yeah, I mean, it's not hard. Obviously, you're constantly getting lucky and you know, landing hits, but it doesn't change the fact that sometimes you will just do a thing and then based on RNG, you won't get a true punish. So many of your hits landing are actually technically based on RNG of what the boss does. Oh, I brain dead moment. I thought it was a different move.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins.
I dodged that. That's a lie. The hitbox on that appears before the animation even starts. See, the way you have to avoid that is so, like, you have to run straight, at least as far as I can tell, playing this, you have to run without locking on, but then I can't see anything. See? Trying to play without locking on. Yeah, caught on roll recovery. Should have rolled sooner. I hate that the camera goes so up in his ass every time he starts up a move and then he's like looming over you and like I hate that. I hate that. It's so fucking annoying. I hate it. Oh, my bad. Fuck you. Like, every time he does one of those super long recovery moves, I'm like, oh, thank God, a real move. Like, finally, an actual move that's like part of a boss fight that you can actually damage the boss on. Again, when brain dead, I thought I would avoid that by walking. Oh. I wasn't locked onto him or looking at him, so I misidentified the move. I thought it was the other one. What the? How did I avoid that? How did the hitbox not get me there? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. What the fuck just happened? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Random hitbox collusion bullshit. I'm like flabbergasted at this moment. No, that's... The hitbox appears before he starts to swing. It's so stupid. It's so badly animated. Lucky.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins.
Oh, I hate that you, like... Yeah, I had to take the second hit, or the third hit, and I didn't have enough health to avoid the literally undodgeable attacks that are super fun. Yep. I waited to see. I thought he wasn't going to cancel it, but could have gotten an extra hit in there. Could have gotten a better punish there. See, that's another thing. So when he does that, like, tail swipe when I'm behind him, right? I want to dodge in such a way that I just stay right next to him. I want to dodge towards him, basically. But the problem is he moves so much, and your dodge roll moves so much, that all I'm trying to do is just dodge towards him. But then I wind up like a mile away from him, and my roll attack is nowhere near him because we're both moving so drastically, like two ships passing in the night. And I'm trying to like correct it. I'm telling, okay, dodge to where he's going to be or anything, but it's just so fucking imprecise. It's so, the variables are so small at that point that even the slightest, most minute fucking change in timing or like lock on angle of the camera or anything is going to fuck with it. I hate that move because I can't punish it. Hate that move because I can't punish it. Well, I probably can with fast weapons like this. There we go. Okay. Still don't know how to avoid that if you're not in, like, the exact happenstantial optimal position. Yep. Was not at the place where dodge could have gotten me out of the way, I don't think. Maybe backwards, but I still don't think so. Randomly got lucky there. Alright. And again, I mean, that's probably like as low as my damage output is realistically going to get, so... If we're still at the point where the damage that you happenstantially take is that, it's probably fine. I just wish... Okay. Again, the game is so... My issues with the game and many of these fights are so similar to Dark Souls 3. My issues with Dark Souls 3 that... I solved 90% of my major gripes with Dark Souls 3 by playing with the knife, you know? Just using like a bandit's knife or something. Any other weapon was too slow, and it exacerbated the problems I had with the game drastically. You know, like, you don't get as many truly guaranteed punish situations on enemies. You have to constantly wait for them to act first, but sometimes they won't. You're just super fucking annoying. I just wish that the knife was better. I just wish that many weapons in this game were, like, better. There's lots of weapons. Flail, shit hitbox, whack-ass garbage. Even this, there's so many instances where this hitbox is fucking useless in this game. I just wish more of the weapon types were, like, versatile to all situations, you know? Anyways, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Again, I have issues with many of these things and specific issues and camera issues and stuff. But at the end of the day, I do think it's more fun than it is annoying when you... But that's another thing that I talked about in my Elden Ring review, and part of the problem with the overall design of the game is that you can only have fun challenge from the game if you ignore 90% of it. Like, for me to have a fun challenge with this boss fight and have fun fighting him with this fucking Estoc or the knife or whatever, I had to literally just bypass all of Limgrave. Like, ignore all of that, just run straight here, no upgrades, no levels, nothing. Not using a shield, not using shit. And that's the only way to get, like, a decent, fun challenge out of it. It's the only way to engage with it in the Soulsborne fashion is to just not do the open world stuff. But, yeah, you know, it is what it is.